No, we've never been on a mission trip before.
I really didn't know what to expect because I have never experienced a missions trip before.
You get here and you start meeting these people that have hope in their eyes, and they have love in their eyes, and they have a passion also for the same things of sharing the gospel.
Well, we got to go into classrooms and answer questions and use the Bible and talk about Jesus. To see that among the Syrian refugees there, usually all that's talked about is this is a recruiting center for ISIS or things like that, but this is also a recruiting center for Jesus Christ, and it's exciting to see that it's happening.
Our school ministry has been our main ministry for many years, where we have the opportunity to be on school campuses. We're talking about 10 to 12 schools.
I'm sure they don't have a lot of people coming and playing with their hair and making them feel pretty, and just they really enjoyed that time.
Lebanon and Syria have been in conflict for many years. In 1990, the civil war ended in Lebanon when Syria came in and ended the war by force and stayed in Lebanon for the next 15 years. And they've treated the Lebanese people very harshly. Lots of people died, were exiled, tortured, imprisoned, or just disappeared because they were against the occupation of the Syrian regime. Until 2012, when we started receiving Syrian refugees. And right now we have 2 million Syrian refugees. In a country of 4 million Lebanese, which means half of the population are refugees.
Is this filming? I don't know if I want to say this on film, but going into the homes in the refugee camp was probably the most controlled environment I've ever had in a missions trip in terms of what you could share or not share. When we leave, they're still going to be here. And ISIS is a real threat. The refugee camps are right by the Syrian border. ISIS is actively trying to recruit young men for their movement. And so you have to be very cautious to share with people that are truly open, not spies or things like this.
We just spent time in the tent of one of the mayors. The mayor is the man who kind of keeps track of who's in this area and what tents, the names and the families that are there. We got to learn what it means to be a mayor, but also what it means to be a refugee.
The kids here that we were playing games with and sharing the story with are the kids that came over from Syria that are living in tent camps, just to see their excitement and their change of pace and be able to just look at us and go, American, American.
Just, the kids running up to our van because they were so excited. They were so excited.
We just got done meeting with the school or the community center and doing some games, little story time of the Good Samaritan in the Bible. So now we're heading to play some football, but we're gonna do some training. And so Gabby and Yusuf are gonna take us through some drills.
Mahar has this beautiful vision for a reconciliation center.
Our goal is to see these Lebanese and Syrian kids worship together, learn the Bible together, play ping pong together. Through the reconciliation classes, just starting to forget the past and break the cycle of hate so that they can start a new life together and influence their parents and communities and even the two countries. It's a big dream, but it's possible. And the Lord has called us to do that, and we want to do that.
He was looking for a place in the city that was impossible to find according to what they were looking for. God just opened the door and provided them with a warehouse.
And the location is in the center of a Muslim community.
Yeah.
I mean, the location, the opportunity, it was phenomenal.
I think there's so many things that I kind of don't know what I'm gonna feel like when I get home, to be honest with you. I think I am still processing it. I think there are so many things I am gonna take away from this trip. Being humbled and being more grateful for all the little things.
You know how you take a picture of a rose, but you can't relate how it smelled in the picture. It's kind of like that. You know, I could make this video and I could say, this is what it was, but you just don't feel what you experience here.